Yeah, so hi everyone. This is Praharsh and Rock from Action Games. As you all know, today's webinar is on it's on basically on blockchain and metaverse. So today, mainly personally, I'm working in this field, and today in this webinar, we will be touching basic thing about blockchain, metaverse, how blockchain structure, metaverse structure is working on, what kind of uses are there in the industry, how blockchain is disrupting finance, how metaverse, how metaverse gets momentum due to this pandemic, COVID pandemic. You all are very young students, and what kind of, when we are talking about career scope, professional scope, what kind of professional scopes are available in these field. So we will talk about these things. So let's start it. Okay. So first of all, it will be better if I explain you about the table of content. So here, first of all, we'll talk about blockchain metaverse. What is blockchain metaverse? What kind of algorithm structures, tech stack, and what kind of things we are using over here. Afterwards, we'll talk about some of the I think you some of these terms. I think you guys also heard about these terms many times, especially NFTs, tokens, coins, stable coins, exchange, decentralized exchange, centralized exchange. What what are these things? We will talk about some tech stack also, specifications also, and after that I will show you a industrial project which my company is developing right now, metaverse projects. Okay. Further, we'll discuss about career scope, professional scope, and all. Okay, how you guys can work in this industry, what kind of what kind of opportunities are there, how you can get job, how you can start up, whatever, whatsoever. So before starting, it will be better if I if I introduce about you quite briefly. So basically, my name is Praharsh Rag. So basically, currently, I'm working with Impactional Games. So basically, our company is working in the field of IT, mobile game development, blockchain, and metaverse. So basically, we are developing play-to-earn games, blockchain-based games, called NFTs-based games. You know, like uh, Also we are working on metaverse. Also, like we are making some universities on metaverse. We are making some virtual game studio on metaverse, uh, and also a meditation center on metaverse. So basically, we are into service sector. So we are working for our clients. Mainly our clients are from are from India, some are from abroad, like US, European countries, Middle East, Singapore, and all. So mainly we are into service sector. We started. I personally started with impactional games before pandemic, before COVID. Okay, with very basic thing like with mobile app development. From mobile app development today, I jumped to metaverse and blockchain things. Well, before impactional games, I was working with DriveSme technologies. Basically, DriveSme technologies is completely different thing. If I compare Impaction Games and Drives Me is in the field of logistics, transportation, and all. Over there, I'm working with my team on IoT, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and all. We are ensuring safety of the vehicle, of the commercial vehicle. Commercial vehicle in the sense we are talking about, like cab, truck, heavy vehicles. So we are ensuring safety of the vehicle on the move. Like it's kind of fleet management software, ensuring safety, like analyzing data and all. Before that, so these are two of my startups where I work till now. So how I came to this startup world? Basically, when I was in class 10th, so I got a fellowship, from ITBHU, Cisco Incubator. Over there, basically Cisco Systems is a company based out of US. They are, they're means they are organizing means yes, a program of ITBHU Varanasi. Over there, I got some opportunity to work on IoT, AI stuffs and all. I worked over there. I learned new skills. I built a team with a few of the UG students from the college, and I jump into startup. First of all, I did drives me. After that, I worked in this with this impaction games even before COVID only. Till the last 5 years, I'm working in this IT industry. As I said, in this last 5 years, I started my career with mobile app development. Today, we are Metaverse. So this is a brief introduction about me. So let's start further. Well, let's make this session quite interactive. Okay. So one thing, we can do something like that. I will ask few questions. You guys can answer them on the chat. Okay. So first of all, as I introduce about myself here, I also, means I know that lots of participants are there in this meeting today, but so everyone can't, means introduce about themselves. But yeah, just few of the participants, I want to know about the introduction, like simple thing, today they are in the session. Today they are, I don't, whatsoever their background is. I think those doesn't matter, from whatever college they are, whatever field they have chosen, doesn't matter a lot. Here today we are here for discussing about blockchain metaverse steps. So I want to know, how many of you are ever worked on blockchain, ever worked on metaverse? Anyone, anyone is there who has worked on blockchain on metaverse earlier? If anyone is here, then please type yes in the chat box. Chat box is open. Please type yes if anyone worked on these technologies earlier. Okay. Not work, but I'm eager to learn. Surrender. Yes, sir, I just know about metaverse. Okay, okay. All right. So here I think the crowd is who just heard about these technology and looking to work in this, looking to learn more about it, and then they may decide, yeah, I need to work in this field or not. Okay, great. So, how many of you are from? How many of you are from non-engineering background? Non-engineering background, like pursuing something other than BTech or BCA, whatever course they you guys are pursuing. Please just name that course, like degree, if it is other than BTech or BCA. BSCIT. Mhm. Okay. Some PG students are also there, even MSc statistics. Who are pursuing some data science course or some statistics course, they are having good scope in blockchain. People whose maths or statistics is quite strong, they can work quite easier in blockchain field. They can understand blockchain steps quite easily. Anyone coming from like non-science background, like BCom or BA, or anyone who don't have any degree, just have skills, great. So some people are there who are even pursuing BA, and um, yeah, this is quite great. The like means people who are pursuing different courses in their college, but yeah, like looking to learn these skills, uh, metaverse and blockchain, and looking to work in this field. That's quite great. So this is something what like India is looking for. Mhm. Okay, fine. Um, let's continue further. So the screen is visible now. Is it visible, right?
Yes, sir. The screen is visible.
Okay. Okay. Let's continue further. So first of all, we will talk about blockchain. So let's talk about blockchain. Okay. So first of all, before I tell you about blockchain, I want to know like what you guys think about blockchain. Like I want like you can whatever you have knowledge, whatever what how you can define blockchain and what kind of feeling, like for example, if someone say blockchain, so what kind of feeling you all are getting. Please text these things in the chat box. A ledger database for IT. Like uh, yeah, blockchain is quite a kind of ledger itself, but it's not for IT. It can be used for any industry. Kind of accounting ledger only. Ledger for transaction. Yeah, quite better thinking. Anyone else who like who want to say, who want to text something, or we continue further? I think we should continue further. So I will let you know what how we are thinking about blockchain, what basically it is. Okay. So like first of all, before going technical, okay, we will talk in very basic layman language. Like we used to means when we all are in school at that time, like when we pass our 10th class, after 10th class we are having three options. One option is either we can go to for like engineering stuff like maths, either for biology or either for arts or for commerce. So when we are talking about commerce, so in our mind we talk about accounts. And when we are talking about accountancy or account subject, so over there we are talking about ledger. So what is ledger actually exactly? So ledger is something where we are storing data, like storing transaction. In farm, basically it is something like in farm. It's kind of a table, like rows and column combination. Okay. So over there we are storing transactions, data, and all. That is a manual ledger. traditional system of storing data. So what blockchain is doing exactly? Blockchain is kind of distributed ledger technology system. It is a smart ledger, digital ledger, or not more than digital. Digital, like even if we are, like store means if we are maintaining any ledger on Tally software, then it can be also called digital. So it's not digital, but yeah, it's kind of smart ledger or distributed ledger technology. Over here, like the block, when we are talking about block, so block is something like we are storing, like transactions. Each transactions we are storing in block, and that block is connected with other block. Okay, it's something like that. Key, I like in my definition, I used the word distributed ledger technology. So what does distributed mean? I will give you an example. I will give you an example of a tray, ice cube tray, which we used to keep in the freezer of refrigerator. So, like in that tray, you can say ki many ice cubes are there of equal size. Few are of some different size. Few are of like different sizes. Ice cubes are there. They are stored in, like ice cube boxes. Okay, they are distributed equally. So here also we are talking about that system only. Blockchain is that distributed ledger itself, where we are storing that we are storing. So here that ice cube is equal to the transaction or data. Okay, blockchain is more than transaction. It's like when we are talking about a manual ledger of accounts, it's just about a transaction. But blockchain is not about transaction. It is more than transaction. So that's why I'm using the word data. Any data we can store or we can move. So when so that ice cube is equal to the data, okay, and when that ice cube is being distributed on that ice tray equally, so that is something that data is being distributed in like like in on a chain of a block on a chain of any network, okay, in the form of blocks, and each block is connected to another block in the form of like with the RPC. RPC, I think those participants who are coming from BTech background or engineering background or IT background, they heard it like this is something called remote producer cell. Uh, in server or in backend, we are using this. Okay, it's kind of a API, you can say in simple language. So basically, it is connected. RPC we used to like block whatever blocks are there. They all blocks are connected with RPC. So the interested thing is that about blockchain, key, for example, we make a chain of three blocks. So block A, block B, block C. So block A don't know that key block B is connected with me, or third block in the series is block C. Block A doesn't have any knowledge about this. But then the question is that how these all the like all the block are connected with each other. So that for that purpose only we use RPC. So this is something about blockchain. Blockchain is a channel of like blocks on a network. Okay, when block is being stored on a network, it's something called blockchain. Okay, so like as I've told, key on in the form of blocks, we are storing data. So this data, earlier we used to store data. You all know how we can store data. Okay, but with blockchain we can use data in very less space, in like very in very less space. We can store it in like very, it can be stored in very less time. It can be easily, we can like access to that data from anywhere, from any place. Okay, we can move around that data. We can it's very secure. It's much more secure than like our traditional method of storing data. So this is something about blockchain. So now let's move to the, before like coming to its appliances or what kind of views we are having an interview in the industry side. So before that, we will talk about definition of three things: Web3 and Metaverse. So blockchain is done. Now we'll talk about Web3. So uh, like whatever means whatever thing, like how whatever about Web3, you can again like text it about in the chat box. Then we will move to its to the next part. Okay. Whatever questions you guys have, we will discuss about these things later. Like in the last of the session, we will talk about there's a specific session for it, Q&A session. Over there, we will discuss about this. For now, whatever you guys understand from the word Web3, please text about it. Immersive way, Ashok Puri. You're going towards metaverse. So Web3 is a new version like Web2. So yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Web3 is really a new version itself. Even it's a developing version. But like it's completely not related with anyhow. It's not related with Web2 or Web1. It's quite different. How like we like how human being when we there is a subject called life sciences. Over there we are looking into evolution of human being. Okay, so the process of developing of Web3 is quite similar, or you can say evolution of internet. Okay, internet means currently internet is also being means Web3 is all about the evolution of internet. Okay, this is the third generation of the internet. Before this, we already used two generation, like Web1 and Web2. So more than near about 40 participants are there. Like only a few of you are in answering about blockchain or Web3 in the chat box. I think others can also answer whatever feeling they are getting. For example, I'm not talking about definition or any correct definition. Even you can text just one word, whatever. For example, if you heard the word Web3, what exactly you're getting, you can just text that. You know, before this, I think with analytics with there, they used to organize session related data science. So if you are a student of data science, then whatever talk you are whatever you are doing in your life, okay, if you are quite talkative, if you are talking with some other person, you're supposed to look into you're supposed to look into the data part. You're supposed to collect data. It should be your hobby of collecting data. So that's why whatever on whatever topic I we are discussing over here, I used to before coming on that, I used to get data from your side, like what you guys think about it. you Venkata Satya Pavan. He asked some question, like quite big name. Can we combine the blockchain? Recurrent layer? Yeah, yeah, blockchain. Like when we are talking about blockchain, so mainly in industry, people are using it for security system. It's not something related to crypto. It's more than crypto. It's beyond than crypto. So yeah, it can be used. But I don't know about much about your project. So, but yeah, like it can be used for security system, whatever it is. It's kind of a like something where we store data in form of block. So yeah, it can be used for sure. But exactly how you can use that, I don't know because I don't know much about your project. So for like uh, if you're asking me exact use, then I'm supposed to understand that project, and only I can let you know. But yeah, you can use in this project for sure for security purpose or whatever. Mhm. Okay, let's proceed further. So let's talk about Web3. Um, uh, actually, if I talked about evolution of internet or evolution of human being. Actually, today itself, I actually on Google I found a image. I think it's been uploaded by Analytics Vidya itself. Okay, they have uploaded an image of how like about the evolution of internet from Web 1 to Web 3. So I will request the means team of Analytics Vidya to kindly share that image like over here or later also you can share them. Okay, that image is quite interesting. Okay, with that image in a very like less time you can by just seeing that image you can understand what is Web3. Okay, so it's something like that. I think I should present that image. So just a minute, yeah, just a minute. Like currently I'm unable to find that image on the net. Okay, but I will define you what is it. So basically web one, when we are talking about I also have something related to that, but it's quite different. Okay, so it's quite technical, it's not quite simple. Okay, but yeah, so before web 3 we have used web 1 and web 2. So when we are talking about web 1 or web 2, earlier technology and earlier thing which we have used. Okay, over there it's something like that key like the main problem over there is key I think you guys can share see the screen, right? Is it visible, right? Team and actually I want to ask you the team analytics with there, my screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, so I think you guys have texted the link in the chat box.
Yeah, link of
Thanks.
the same blog.
Yeah. So I will request you all the participants to please please click on the link and access it. Okay, please look over there. Okay, it's quite interesting. You can see how what is web 1, what is web 2 with the example, and what is web 3. Okay, what kind of brands are working in web 3, what kind of brands have worked like on web 2, or what actually what's been done like when we are talking about web 1. So basically, in simple word, if you want to say key Web one is something referred to read or static data. You know, Web two is something where it's like it's kind of dynamic data, and Web three is something when we are talking about more than dynamic or more than static, when we are talking about multiple things, when multiple things are happening. So this is something called Web three. Like for example, in very simple, like I will give you example of for example, there are we will take two cases. Okay, one is of a boy, and second is there are two boys. One is boy name whose name is A, second one is boy whose name is B. Okay, so for example, if A want to the boy A want to go from Delhi to Hyderabad. Okay, and the boy B also want to go from Delhi to Hyderabad. Okay, so, like earlier, it cannot, like when we're talking about Web 1 or Web 2, so multiple things cannot happen. Okay. If we are talking about multiple like if we are talking about multiple things using Web 1 or Web 2, then like lag will be there. Like accuracy will be less. We need more, means more storage, like more, like more storage. Like there will be some problems with storage of data and all. Okay, but when we are talking about Web three, then if someone want to visit, like with the example I am relating, okay, it's not practically possible, but with the just example I am telling you, if someone want to visit from Delhi to Hyderabad, boy A and boy B who is also visiting from Delhi to Hyderabad, so there will be both the things can be possible, okay, the different flights, okay, and no, there will be no interference of boy A and boy B. Boy A can also reach, boy B can also reach, even at same time or even at some different time. Okay, there will be no lag, there will be no problem, everything can be done. So this is something what is Web3, where multiple tasks we can do on web, like if the website is doing multiple tasks at the same time without any interference. This is something called Web3. Over here, we are using artificial intelligence, machine learning, like voice recognition. Like some example, we are talking about Alexa, we are talking about Siri. They are using Web3. Metaverse, when like we are talking about some metaverse-based games or metaverse, when we are like you heard about buying land or something like that. So that those things can be done on Web3. Those things can be easily done over here. When we are talking about multiplayer gaming platform, MGP, so those things can be built on Web3 very easily as compared to Web 2 or Web 1. It's quite not possible, or if it is possible also, then like accuracy is not there, you will not get the realistic feeling. So these are some advantages of Web 3. So now let's talk about Metaverse. So again, this is quite an interesting word. uh, I want to know, like, what feeling you get when you heard the word Metaverse. Like, you can type your feeling in the chat box. Chat box is open. It's open to everyone. I think other can some like whenever I ask questions, some few names are only there who used to answer. I think some other can also answer it. I'm just talking about any what a feeling you are getting. I'm not talking about. It's not a kind of a like direct question or definition I'm asking. It's just something feeling which you are getting when you just heard when you just hear the word metaverse. You know, it's not the first time you heard this word. I think you guys heard this word earlier also. Network for socializing. Like kind of Meta, Facebook you're talking about. Most people are referring it to VR, virtual world or virtual reality, but it is more than Metaverse is more than virtual reality, VR or AR. VR is completely different thing, but if we are talking about VR, VR is just a component of Metaverse. Okay, let's proceed further. Okay, let's come to Metaverse. So, Metaverse, like earlier before Metaverse, today we talk about Web3 and blockchain. So, when we are talking about Metaverse, so Metaverse is something which is in actually it's something like when it's correlation of Web3, VR, AR, and blockchain. When all these things like correlate with each other, then we like when then in that scenario we are able to build a realistic metaverse. So metaverse is quite something like like it's something means, for example, today I'm taking the session from my home. Okay, you guys also maybe in your home, college, or anywhere. Okay, so whatever background you are able to like whatever background is visible to you from your eyes, okay, of that place, if you want to see that same background, exactly same, like on a mobile phone or on a system, so this is not metaverse. Okay, this is a kind of architecture work. Okay, you made architecture, you design it, and like launch on a mobile phone. This is not metaverse. This can be something kind of virtual VR thing and all, 3D thing or and all. Okay, but this is not metaverse. When you design this, okay, and when you launch it over somewhere, and users can get access to it from their mobile phone or through their system. It's not about Oculus or using VR headset or something like that. Okay, when you users can access it through whatever method it is, okay, if they are able to they are able to communicate with each other, if they are able to like means move in a corridor, whatever, in a particular corridor, or like able to see one another face, or something like that, kind of immersive realistic experience, social experience, if some like you are getting, if you are entering some platform like this, then that can be called as metaverse. That platform can be called as metaverse. So this is something. What is metaverse? First thing, it is more than VR, it is more than Web3, or it is more than blockchain. When these all stuffs correlate with each other, then a platform can be developed, which is metaverse. Okay, it is more than architecture, it is more than designing something, some background and all. Okay, when that designed background, over that background we are able to like communicate with each other, we are able to like move around that background, then that is called metaverse. Yeah, let's proceed further. Like over, if we are talking about VR or AR, I already give you the example. Like VR is something kind of creating a virtual world, like not virtual world, it's wrong. It's kind of virtual design in your, which you can access through your mobile phone or through system using that VR headset, or without VR headset also. The 3D view when you are getting of something, that is called VR in simple word. Okay, VR is just that. If we are talking about AR, then it is opposite of VR completely. AR is different thing. AR is something kind of like means interrelation of hardware and software. Okay, so in metaverse there are not there are not lots of use of AR. It's mainly about VR itself. So the here we talked about metaverse, blockchain, and Web3. Okay, like like we discussed about some very basic idea. Before like going more and more deeper part. talking about NFTs, decentralized, centralized, exchange, hybrid exchange, stock, tokens, NFTs, or like stable coin. Before that, it will be better if we talk about if we if, like it will be better for me if I if I take your questions and all. Okay, so whatever questions you guys have, you can text in the chat box, or I think there is a there is a specific option for Q&A, so you can also ask over there. It will be great to discuss to answer some of your questions before proceeding further. Yeah, please. Question and answer option is now open. Please ask questions, whatever you guys have related to blockchain, metaverse, Web3 till now. After that, we will move to further parts. Like we will move to NFTs, we'll move to tokens, we'll move to decentralized, we'll move to centralized, we'll move to traditional finance. On we will talk about like appliances, industrial use. I will also show you a metaverse project. It's quite interesting. Please. Please ask the question, whatever you guys are having, please ask in the Q&A section. Yeah. So it's about Mang Gupta asked about meditation outside. So yeah, that's what my project. That's the project where my company is working currently. So basically, my company is working on 3 projects in the field of metaverse. One is the metaverse-based university, second one is metaverse-based game studio, and third one is a metaverse-based meditation center. Okay, it's kind of meditation temple more than a center. Okay, means actually it's something key. For example, there are a few people who used to do like yoga in the morning time, or yoga and meditation both are different things. They also used to do meditation at a similar time. So over means with this platform, means if some user used to meditate with this platform, then they are able to see the uh, you know like uh, like people are living in Delhi, NCR, Mumbai, Bangalore, metropolitan cities. They are unable to get the real, like greenery view, greenery background, that but like that natural background. They are unable to get those background, like of water, river, mountains, hills, plateaus. These are not there. So with this platform, for example, if some user is using Oculus, not Oculus, they can just use a VR headset. Okay, By wearing VR headset, they can enter into a virtual world where greenery will be there, hills will be there, river will be there, mountain will be there, all the things are in 3D. When they will see it, so it will be completely like a means like completely like a means it will be completely realistic feeling which user will get. So it is something like that. So over there they can meditate or they can yoga. So a meditator will be there. Like it's kind of a class. It means like it's kind of webinar which we are doing. There are many participants are there. I'm like I'm talking about the topic over there. Meditator can whatever practices whatever teaching they want to provide meditator they can provide to their whatever like over there whatever candidates will be there, something like that. What is NFT? Mank, after this we will talk about NFT only, so over there we will talk about these things. Oh, where Poonam Saravang, Saravang. So where and how exactly is Metaverse useful? Metaverse is useful. Basically, it is like currently, few are launching, few are referring, like when they heard Metaverse, they are talking about some social platform as Meta is Facebook is doing. But like it's more than like means I don't know how it will success in this social media and all. Okay, but other than social media, if I talk about like if I talk about some, for example, they are TVS, they are making bikes. So they recently they used Metaverse platform for launching their one of their bike. Okay, for event management, for launching of new products in education sector, in gaming sector, in health tech sector, in office like like office space. Okay, for training their employees, for making for provide, for example, if some corporate is there, if they want to like provide a complete realistic experience to their employees. Okay, if some they want to train a few 10 or 15 employees, okay, and they want to provide some realistic experience, so they can provide by using a metaverse platform. So I think on these for these stuffs metaverse can be like useful, and it will be also successful like in upcoming days, obviously, like after 5 years or within this 10 year, it can be like it could be uh, it will be like a huge successful, like if we are using in these sector, metaverse will be quite successful for sure. Okay, but currently, like as Facebook is using it for some different thing. Many players are there, they are using for different. Okay, but what I think personally key for event management, for education purpose, for official purpose, for health tech purpose, for gaming purpose, metaverse will be for sure it will get success, and there are a lot of users out there. Mayank, when we are talking about tokenization, like later on, we will also discuss about token and all. But the RBI tokenization system is quite different. Okay, it is for the security of the debit card, credit card, and all. Okay, it is not similar to the token which we are referring in crypto or blockchain, but so it's not similar. If someone else want to ask any question, please.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. Before we proceed to answer further questions, I'd like to request the attendees to please fill in the poll about feedback, as it as it will be helpful for us to conduct more such sections.
Amitha uh, Amita Govindar Raju. So you asked about what is the first step in learning about these topics. Yeah, we will cover this in last. Okay, about the scope, professional scope, how you can start working on blockchain or metaverse. Fine, then you guys can parallelly you can like answer question. You can ask questions in the section, and we can move to further part. Okay, we will move to like NFTs part. Okay, so here we will discuss about NFTs. So I think everyone of you knows about when we talk about NFTs and all. So I think everyone knows uh, about NFTs. It's non-fungible token. So more than a token, NFT is something kind of as it is non-fungible and its full form only you can understand. It is something kind of you know like means it's a part of a digital wallet. Okay, token here means it's a component of a currency which is a digital currency. Okay, and that NFT is completely a part of a digital wallet. It's not a wallet like Paytm or a banking wallet. Okay, it is a wallet based out of decentralized. Later on, we will discuss about decentralized also. So NFT is a part of a decentralized based wallet system, digital wallet system, and NFTs like use you anyone any user can use NFTs for making a connection with any digital wallet. For example, you're talking about MetaMask, or we are talking about any Binance network based wallet. Okay, for that purpose, means NFT, like you can use NFTs to connect, means like store NFTs over there. Or for example, if a marketplace is there, okay, so you can like buy and like some kind of kind of means when we are talking about for example, if someone want to buy a painting, so painting can be launched in the form of NFTs, and through digital cryptos you can buy that paintings. So this is something what we say about NFTs. In the field of businesses, like people use NFTs for different things. Like they like generally we are also using it for gaming, like for gaming stuffs. For example, you guys heard about play to earn games, real money games like Dream 11 or means MGF kind of thing. Okay, so like when we are talking about these things, so when we are talking about NFT based gaming. Okay, so NFT based gaming is something kind of over here, like instead of fiat, user can purchase something in app purchase, or purchase the avatar in the game, or purchase a like some background, or purchase like can bet over in the game. Okay, betting game, when we are talking about betting game, or when we are talking about means with means about these things, so they can do with any when they are doing these things with any cryptocurrency. So directly, no one is entertaining crypto, so they're supposed to buy a NFT. They're supposed to buy a, for example, they are, and you can name anything like ABC NFT. So they're supposed to buy with that digital currency, with the crypto. They're supposed to buy that ABC NFT, that means that NFT, and they can store it in their wallet for future purpose, and later on they can even sell it. Okay, it's something like that. Other uses are there. For example, on NFTs, they can means store anything. Like when we are talking about storage part, if we are discussing, then for example, a study material is there, a presentation is there, so they can directly store that presentation in that any NFT, and like can provide access to anyone on the decentralized finance system when we are talking about decentralized finance. So this is something what we say about NFTs. So if you have any questions related to NFTs, then yeah, you can ask in the chat box or in the question Q&A session. Whatever question you have, you can answer. You can ask over there. Let's move to further thing. Let's move to this exchange part. Okay, finance part. So before talking about decentralized, centralized, or means what this hybrid exchange, we will talk about means we will talk about exchange. What is exchange? When we you heard the word exchange, you are talking about stock exchange, CB, or Bombay Stock Exchange, or Nasdaq, or something like that. But in blockchain, in crypto world, there is also exchange. It's completely different exchange. Okay, over here, like there are two things. One is centralized exchange, second is decentralized exchange. When we are talking about exchange, here people used to buy crypto. People used to buy any digital currency. Okay, so how someone can buy means currency or anything? Okay, so when, for example, if I make a coin, I supposed to launch it in the market. Okay, a few number of slots will be launched in the market. Okay, which will be known as commodity. So when any commodity is launched in the market. Okay, so it's quite in a finite number. It's not infinite. It's not unlimited. It's in specific. It's always it will have a specific number. Okay, so that number, like for example, it is 100. I'm just talking just example. Okay, so now that 100, like 100, that particular coin can be only purchased or can be only exchanged in the market, not more than 100. Okay, so how this complete system will work? So for that, we are in the blockchain base, when we are talking about crypto based exchange system. Okay, so we are using an order book system. All right, order book is something like that. For example, I am a user, you are a B user. So I want to sell a coin. I have some coin. Okay, and B want to purchase that. So when the B will request, I will sell that. Whatever cost will be in the market, on that basis of that, the B will buy it. Okay, so this is something. This is a very like very basic definition of exchange. But how digitally it is working? Like in the when we are talking means when we are talking about like in the crypto based exchange system, how it is working. So over here we are using liquidity liquidity pool, or liquidity, you can say. We are using it over here. So liquidity is there, and that liquidity is means in centralized. When we are talking about centralized system, like that liquidity is completely natural. It is not artificial. Here natural means the means like that in that centralized system, we are not the centralized system owner will not, they will not use any third party system for getting liquidity. Liquidity means users who either who have that coin, or either those number of those users who want to sell that coin. Okay, so this is these two different user will be a part of this liquidity system. So when it is created naturally, okay, so in that scenario it is called centralized system. And when it is created artificially, means artificially in the sense when we can integrate any third party liquidity pool which are available in the market, then it is called decentralized. So, but decentralized more than this. This is just a point. If you are making a table, then it's just a point of it. Okay. So, like here, first of all, we'll talk about centralized things only. So, means, for example, here natural, like natural liquidity pool is there. Genuine users are there. If ideally I want to, if ideally I want some coin, then only I will go over there. Order book system will be there. I will means I will request for the order, and the parallel user can like purchase that coin over there. It's something like that. Okay, but when we are talking about so this is the kind of liquidity pool. Okay, so this is something kind of the complete structure of exchange. I hope you guys can understand. Very simple thing in very simple language. If I means a few numbers of coins will be there in the market, it may possible that I may have that coin, or you may have the requirement of you may supposed to buy that coin from me. Okay, so this is something that this is the workflow of the, that this is the work which exchanges do. Okay, whatever it is traditional like centralized exchange, or whatever it is decentralized exchange. So this is something what means exchange, how exchange is working and all. Okay, like this work will be only done at a exchange. Okay, so how to manage these all things, that this is also use of this we can also do it with the by the help of blockchain itself. So let's talk about like now let's talk about decentralized thing, and like centralized finance, decentralized and centralized finance. Now you can understand better ki what is it exactly. So decentralized finance is something when there is like when we are controlling something, like when we are controlling any transaction, or any like any commodity in the market. Okay, without any without any control of any entity, and all the data are in public. For example, if I send some coin to a B user. Okay, and when I will do this transaction, then there will be a means there will be address, there will be a public address through which I can track this transaction. Okay, and I will, with that public address, I can get access of this transaction. I can get all the details. Okay, so if I get that address and copy it to some platform like like Pancake Swab, or like the means there are many platform, Unibix Exchange, and there are a lot of platform over there. If I get the data in that scenario, that is called decentralized finance system, decentralized finance, or decentralized exchange. Okay. And for example, if some exchange is there or any system is there where I do a transaction, but it is not public. For example, I'm a user, second with the B user, I will send some thing to B user. Okay. And for that also there will be a transaction address. If that transaction address, C user, automatically that C user doesn't get the transaction address, okay, then it is centralized, means completely centralized system, where means you can't get, where transactions are not being publicly done. So this is something called centralized system. You can take example of Coinbase, Kuber, or many things. Many things are there which are centralized. Okay. So with the help of blockchain, what exactly is happening? We are, we are disrupting the traditional finance system. Traditional finance system is in the sense of banking, like doing cash transaction, NEFT, IMPS, SWIFT, or means foreign remittance. This is called the traditional finance system. Okay, we are replacing these things with the centralized finance or decentralized finance. I will not say I am replacing or I want to replace personally, but yeah, whoever working in the field of crypto, whoever buying crypto or selling crypto, they think that they are replacing these traditional finance. Okay, but I don't think it will be possible ever. Okay, but yeah, means this is something about the relation of between centralized exchange, decentralized exchange, traditional finance, and how exchange are working, how what are the outcome of these exchanges, and everything. Okay. So if we are talking about how to make these, how to build these exchange and all, so smart contract required, liquidity pool is required, many things are there. Okay, so these are different stuff. We will talk about these things sometime later. Now today, like, we will move to some other part. Okay, before that, if you have any questions in the field of these things, then obviously we will look into it. After that, we will move to blockchain tech stack and specifications things, where over there we will discuss about how we can over there we will discuss about how we can how you can step out, and how you can start working in this blockchain or metaverse industry. How what kind of what kind of means you what kind of means what kind of things you need to understand, before working in the field of blockchain or metaverse. Okay, or other than blockchain or metaverse, or if we are talking about scope, like for example, if you know how to make if you know how to make an NFT, or if you know how to make a token, or if you know how to make a stable coin, then what you can do exactly in this industry. Okay, if we are talking about metaverse, then if you know how to design architecture, or if you know how to how you can work on custom server, how you can work on multiplayer things. Okay, then what kind of scope is there as an employee, as an intern, or as a as an entrepreneur? What you can do if you want to, if you have entrepreneur mindset and you want to do some startup, or you want to get hired in some big company, MNCs, or if you want to do some internship, if you're a college level student and want to do internship, then how these things can help you. So we'll discuss about all those things. Before that, if you have any questions among these stuff like decentralized finance, centralized finance, NFTs, or anything like that, you can ask it. It will better to answer those questions first.
Hi, Praharsh. I think it's already an hour. Can you wrap it as soon as possible?
Actually, voice is quite breaking. Could you repeat once again?
It's almost an hour. So can you wrap it as soon as possible, the session?
Yeah, sure, sure. So just last one session is there. Last part of the session is just left. After that, we can over it. Yeah.
Okay, we are running out of time. So make it
Yes, I understand.
as quick. Okay.
Yeah. So guys, you can ask your questions quite make it quite fast. Okay. Anything related to decentralized or centralized things. Like commodity, whenever we are talking about a commodity, okay, so when some entity is launching any commodity, okay, so they can launch according to their holding size and everything. Okay, so we as a user, if we want to buy that commodity, okay, so we don't have any control over that. They like there's a term used, airdrop, in this industry. Okay, so they airdrop any commodity, it means any coin, any token, or something like that, okay, in the market, few people get those things, okay, and they can do selling and reselling in the market, okay. So this is something how crypto market is working. Okay, so let's move further. We will talk about blockchain tech stack and specifications. So first of all, I want to let you know when we are talking about blockchain. So on blockchain, if you want to work on blockchain, okay. So how you can start from zero? You can first of all you should have basic knowledge, not basic, proper knowledge about JavaScript, MERN stack. You can say just Node or Express.js. Okay, you should have knowledge about these things for blockchain. Okay, and your basics should be clear, like basic of programming or basic of development thing. It should be clear. Okay, if your basics are not clear, then you will get difficulties when you are working in blockchain field. You're quite maths and quite you should have some interest in finance also, and maths should be strong. Then it will be easier for you to work in the field of blockchain. When we are talking about JavaScript, so if you are working using JavaScript, okay, so over there, JavaScript, you will get a Web3 library. Over there, you can, for example, if you want to build a wallet or you want to build an NFTs or anything like that, so you will get libraries for that. Okay, over there you can prepare means work on the coding part and all. You can work on the architecture. You can make structure over there. Okay, and after that, using any chain network kind of Ethereum or Bitcoin, like Beyonce chain network or anything like that, you can connect the RPC with the with your library, okay, and you can live your code, like you can live that architecture, whatever architecture you're making, okay, on the on any chain, or you can use chain of Ethereum or chain of Bitcoin for these things. So this is a basic, basic workflow. For example, if you want to make wallet, or if you want to make a stable coin, or if you want to make a means normal coin, okay, or if you want to make a token or NFT, you supposed to means work in this structure only, okay. So for this, JavaScript is quite very much important. Before coming to the scope in the field of blockchain, we will talk about Metaverse tech. Because Metaverse tech and blockchain tech, they both are completely different. One thing I will say, for example, if someone like in very basic thing, if I want to discriminate both the thing, okay. So if someone want to work in, if someone want to decide over where I can work in blockchain field or Metaverse field, imagination should be quite stronger, okay. Because when we are talking about Metaverse, so we are completely working on means like designing stuffs, means 3D designing, 3D modeling stuffs. Okay, so where imaginations will be quite stronger. Means main role of imagination is over here as compared to coding part. Okay, for as I said about blockchain, so blockchain, there is a good role of JavaScript, like coding part and all. But on Metaverse, more than coding, like your imagination power should be more stronger. So you can architect something. You can architect some like whatever background you're supposed to. It means whatever for whatever purpose you're supposed to make a platform on Metaverse. For that thing, imagination power should be it's quite important. So yeah, for Metaverse, if you want to work, then you should have good designing skills, 3D skills, and imagination skills, most important. After that, if you want to make let's talk about Metaverse working module. Okay, so when we are talking about working module over there, there will be a role of coding and all. Okay, so over there, two options are there. Either you should continue with Unity as a platform, or either you can continue with JavaScript only. You will get on JavaScript. You can use something like a kind of 2JS or 3JS. Already we are using 2JS for gaming. You can use 3JS over here. Okay, that is quite more reliable, but quite difficult as compared to Unity. Over Unity, you can use Unity with C Sharp. It's quite easier. If you have quite basic knowledge of coding, then you can work with Unity. You can learn C Sharp, and you can start whatever 3D architecture you develop. You can start means rendering it. First of all, you're supposed to render 3D structure, then you're supposed to upload the asset, and yeah, you can move on while developing Metaverse and all. And then whatever questions you guys are having related to technical technical stuffs related to Metaverse or blockchain, you can ask over here. Okay, till that time I will show you over one of our project, Metaverse based university. Okay, it's quite interesting. Basically, it is a metaverse-based university where we are connecting educators with the students. Educators supposed to buy a space over here. Will get building. They will get corridor. They will get classroom and all. Student can get a realistic experience of sitting in classroom and sitting, like moving among corridors, moving like among labs, moving among means they can get a realistic experience of library and all, okay, by just using any like any laptop or any system. So it's something like that. Over here we are means when we are talking about what do you say, like when we are talking about a library, so over here like we are providing resources like study material resources in the form of NFTs. They can connect, they can like buy NFTs over here from for example, if some educator is there and they're supposed to provide some study material, okay, so users can get access to that study material in the form of NFTs. So it's quite easier for them to store, quite easier for them to access from anywhere, anytime, and all. So whatever question are there, you guys can please ask. Okay, quite make it quite faster. Okay. All right. Thanks. Fine. Bye.